Excuse me? Hi, yeah, you need to hurry up. We're about to take off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just need help with...
Look, I don't have time for this. You should have managed your luggage earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. The bag is really heavy. I just can't seem to lift it properly. Maybe you could...
Okay, we don't have time for this. We're on a tight schedule here.
Oh, I understand, but if you could just help me out for 1 second,
Do you see how many passengers we have on this flight? I can't stop everything for one person who can't handle their own bag.
I'm not trying to be difficult. It's just heavier than I expected.
Not my problem. You packed it. You deal with it.
Here, let me help you with that.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
There you go. All set.
You two need to sit down immediately.
I was just getting help with my bag.
I don't want to hear it. The plane needs to take off, and you're blocking the aisle. It's for safety.
I tried to ask you for help and you...
And I told you we're on a schedule. Now sit down.
We were just about done and didn't think helping would be an issue.
You're still standing? We needed to take off. Sit down, now.
All right. We're moving.
God, I'm not asking again.
I mean, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I just needed help.
We're sitting down. No harm done.
All right, make sure it doesn't happen again. We're on a tight schedule. Understand?
Yes, we understand.
Good. So, this is the suitcase that was so heavy.
Yeah, that's fine. Is everything okay?
I need to check something. Whoa. This suitcase seems pretty big and heavy. I'm not sure it should be in the cabin.
I made sure it was within the weight limit when I checked in. They didn't say anything at the counter.
Well, sometimes things get missed. This bag is definitely over the limit.
Over the limit? But I waited before I left. It was fine.
Clearly, it wasn't fine if I'm telling you now that it's over.
I don't understand. How could it suddenly be over the limit?
You'll have to pay an excess fee.
Wait, what? We're already in the air. I mean, how could it be over the limit now?
Doesn't matter. Rules are rules. The fee is $200.
$200. That's ridiculous. I already paid for a checked baggage. I mean, this was supposed to be fine for a carry-on.
Well, it's not fine. And the fee is the fee.
That doesn't make any sense, though. I mean, nobody said anything when I boarded.
You either pay the fee or I report you when we land. And trust me, you don't want that.
I don't understand what happens if I get reported.
You'll be banned from flying with this airline in the future. It's that simple. The rules have to be enforced. Non-negotiable.
Ban, I mean, for a bag that was already approved?
A bag that's over the limit. And that's what you have.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't have $200 just to throw around like that. I mean, I wasn't expecting this.
Look, I can offer you an alternative, but it has to stay between us.
What do you mean?
Give me half in cash. We forget about the rest of the fee. No paperwork, no report, no ban. Just a simple transaction between you and me.
Wait, are you asking? Are you serious right now?
Dead serious.
That's a bribe.
Call it what you want. I'm making this easier for both of us. You keep your bag, no trouble. And I make sure this doesn't go on your record. Nobody has to know. Win-win.
But that's totally against the rules.
Look, you want to make this complicated or you want to solve the problem? It's your choice.
This doesn't feel right.
Well, life isn't about feeling right. Sometimes it's about being practical.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking me to do this.
You don't pay, you face a lifetime ban. Just because of one bag. Is that what you want?
No, but...
Then $100 is much better than $200, right? It's your call. I've got other passengers to deal with.
I'm here.
Smart choice. Keep it quiet, and we'll both be better off.
Excuse me, can I get a meal? I'm getting pretty hungry.
What kind of meal are you requesting? We have snacks.
I was thinking something a little more substantial. How about one of those hot meals you've been serving?
You mean the meals we serve to first-class passengers?
Yeah, those look really good. I'd love to have one if that's possible.
You realize those meals aren't meant for people in economy. They're reserved for first class.
I understand, but you think maybe this one time you can make an exception? I mean, just this once. There must be some extra meals back there.
Exceptions aren't how we operate. Those meals are specifically for passengers who paid for first class. That's the whole point.
Come on, I'm just asking for some food. I'm sure there's at least one extra meal back there.
That's not the point.
Then what's the point?
Those meals are for first class passengers. And you don't exactly fit the description.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, God, look what you're wearing.
What does my clothing have to do with anything? I just want a meal, not a fashion critique.
We have standards for certain services on this flight, and those meals are a part of it.
Standards? Are you being serious right now?
Completely serious.
So you're really saying that I can't have a meal because of my clothes? That's pretty harsh.
I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. The rule is those meals are for first class. End of story.
That's a totally arbitrary rule.
It's not arbitrary. It's how we maintain our service levels.
Okay, how about this? What if I can make it worth your while?
What are you talking about?
I slip you a little something extra. A few bills in your pocket. And maybe one of those first class meals makes its way to me. Everybody wins.
Are you trying to bribe me?
I wouldn't call it a bribe exactly. It's more like a tip for excellent service.
You're serious about this?
Completely. I just want a decent meal and I'm willing to pay for it. No need to make this complicated.
How much are we talking about?
Enough to make it worth your time.
Fine. Keep it between us. I don't want anyone else getting ideas.
Absolutely. Just between us.
And if anyone asks, you didn't get that meal from me.
I won't say a word. So, one of those hot meals whenever you're ready.
I'll get it done. You'll have it in no time.
Thanks for being so flexible.
Just doing my job.
Right. Your job. Jenny, can we speak with you for a minute?
Who's asking? And how do you know my name?
We know much more than just your name. We've been observing you this whole flight.
We think it's time that we had a little chat.
What are you talking about? Who are you? How do you know anything about me?
Well, let's see. You joined this airline 5 years ago. Started as a junior flight attendant. Worked your way up pretty quickly.
How do you know that?
You've also been disciplined a few times for inappropriate behavior.
Doesn't surprise me after what I've seen today.
This is insane. How do you know this? What are you, some kind of inspector?
Not quite. But I have a vested interest in how this airline operates. And from what I've seen today, you have been seriously out of line.
I don't have to explain myself to a passenger. I have a job to do.
You're not doing that job very well. But don't worry, we'll be addressing it soon enough.
Oh, really? And how exactly are you going to do that?
We have our ways.
Take your complaints to customer service. I don't have time for this.
I'm not just a passenger, Jenny. I have much more authority than you think.
What are you trying to say? Are you threatening me?
Not threatening, just stating facts.
Facts? What facts?
You're fired, effective immediately.
What? Who do you think you are?
I can fire you because I'm one of the co-CEOs of this airline. We've been conducting an undercover inspection and you failed spectacularly.
Co-CEO? You're lying.
Right, he's not lying. I'm one of the key members of the airline as well, and I can support everything Paul just said and testify to what happened.
This has to be a joke. You're not serious.
We're dead serious.
We've been on this flight the entire time, pretending to be passengers. We wanted to see how things are really handled when no one's looking.
Unfortunately, what we witnessed has been completely unacceptable.
Wait, please. It's not what it looks like.
Oh, it's exactly what it looks like.
Okay, you don't understand. It's really not as bad as you think.
You took bribes from passengers. You mistreated people who needed help. You completely ignored the standards that we set for this airline.
We saw everything, Jenny. Everything.
This is not up for debate. you're done.
Please, give me a second chance. I can do better.
Another chance? After what we witnessed today?
I made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes.
It wasn't a mistake. This was a pattern of behavior.
We watched you extort money from a passenger over a carry-on bag. We watched you take a bribe for a meal. We watched you treat people with complete disrespect.
I can change. I can fix this.
We'll make sure the proper authorities are notified. You won't be working at any of our company airlines after this.
There has to be something I can do. I didn't realize. I didn't think.
That's the problem. You didn't think. You didn't think about the passengers. You didn't think about the airline's reputation. You only thought about yourself.
Please, I need this job.
You should have thought about that before you decided to abuse your position.
This isn't fair. I've worked here for 5 years.
And in those 5 years, you have had multiple disciplinary actions. This was your last chance and you blew it.
It's too late for all that. We've made our decision and it is final.
You can't do this to me.
We can't, and we just did.
You need to pack up your things and leave when we land.
I have bills to pay. I have responsibilities.
You should have considered that before you decided to shake down passengers for money.
What have I done?
Oh, sweetheart, I can't wait to see you tomorrow night. How are rehearsals going? That's my girl. I know you're gonna be amazing up there. You've been working so hard on your lines. Now remember what we practiced about projecting your voice. And don't forget to have fun with it. The audience is going to love you. Yes, Mommy will be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I should be landing by 3, so I'll have plenty of time to get to the school.
Good morning, sir. Welcome aboard. Is there anything I can get started for you today? Perhaps a mimosa or some fresh coffee?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm all set. Everything looks perfect.
Wonderful. Please do not hesitate to let me know if you need anything at all during the flight. Excuse me, I'm gonna need to see your boarding pass.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me. I need to see your boarding pass and ID, please.
Honey, something just came up here. Can I call you back in a few minutes? I love you too, baby. I'll call you right back, okay? Be good. I'm sorry, but why do you need to see my boarding pass? I'm already seated.
Ma'am, I don't need to explain airline policy to you. I just need to see your documentation now, or I'll have to call security.
I don't understand. I have my boarding pass, but I don't see why I need to verify my seat when I'm clearly already sitting in first class.
It's standard procedure. I don't need to give you explanations.
You didn't ask him for his boarding pass.
That's absolutely right. She didn't ask me for any documentation.
Sir, I don't need to see your documents, only hers.
Are you asking for my documents because I'm black?
Yeah, I'd like to hear the answer to that question too.
This has nothing to do with race. I'm just doing my job.
Then what is the real issue here?
Look, if you must know, you don't have the right look for first class.
What do you mean by look?
You don't seem like someone who can afford to fly first class. This airline caters to a very exclusive clientele, and frankly, you don't fit the profile.
So you're making an assumption about me based on my race and appearance?
Fine. Think whatever you want. I still need to see your boarding pass and credit card if you want to stay in this seat. I need to verify the payment method at the gate counter. I'm not convinced this ticket was purchased legitimately.
Okay, now wait just a minute. That is completely inappropriate.
Sir, this doesn't concern you. Please stay in your seat.
Like hell it doesn't concern me. You're accusing a paying passenger of fraud with absolutely no evidence.
Expensive first class tickets are sometimes purchased with stolen credit cards. Given the circumstances, I have reasonable suspicion about how you could afford such an expensive seat.
This is completely inappropriate and discriminatory. You have no right to question my ability to purchase a ticket.
She's absolutely right. Leave her alone.
I am going to double check anyway. Sometimes fraudulent purchases slip through our system and scammers will do anything to fly first class without paying. People try all sorts of tricks.
I can't believe this is happening.
I am so sorry you're having to deal with this. What she's doing is completely wrong.
In 2025, I thought we were past this kind of treatment.
We should be, but clearly some people haven't gotten the message.
It's my daughter again. She's probably worried. Hi, sweetie. No, everything's okay. There's just a small delay with my seat assignment. The plane might take off a little late, but I promise I'll be there for your plate. Mommy wouldn't miss it for the world. I might be a few minutes late for my presentation tomorrow morning, but don't worry about that. That's grown-up stuff. I love you too, baby. I have to go now, but I'll see you tomorrow night. Break a leg up there. She's only 8, but she worries about me when she hears stress in my voice.
Well, you handled that beautifully. You know, she's lucky to have a mom like you.
I hope this doesn't make me miss anything important. I have a major client presentation first thing tomorrow morning, and then her school plays tomorrow night.
Oh, that's amazing. What do you do for work?
I'm a marketing executive at Henderson and Associates. We're presenting a campaign to a potential client that could make or break our quarter.
Well, that sounds like important work.
I've worked my way up from entry-level position over the past 8 years. Everything I have earned through hard work and determination. I would never do anything dishonest to get ahead.
No, I can tell. You know, and for what it's worth, you'll get through this. That flight attendant, she's ignorant and racist, and she's going to face consequences for her actions.
Thank you for saying that. And thank you for speaking up back there. A lot of people would have just looked the other way.
Well, what she's doing is just wrong, plain and simple. I mean, you deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, just like any other passenger.
You'd think that would go without saying, but apparently not everyone got that memo.
Trust me, she's going to regret her behavior. You'll be at your destination on time, and she'll have to answer for what she's done here today.
I hope you're right. I really need this trip to go smoothly.
Here are your documents.
So now will you leave me alone?
Yes, I'll leave you alone. But I want to say that I still think people like you don't belong in first class. There is still something fishy about your ticket as far as I'm concerned.
I still can't believe that you think you're doing your job when you're actually harassing a successful professional who works hard for everything she has. It's 2025. People should be respectful and stop making judgments based on race and stereotypes. We're better than this.
See, you're getting aggressive now. You're just proving my point about your type.
Of course I'm upset. You're testing my patience by treating me like I'm a criminal for no reason other than the color of my skin. I'm completely appalled that someone like you could work for an airline. Flight attendants are supposed to serve passengers from all backgrounds and treat everyone with respect.
She's absolutely right.
You're narrow-minded and unprofessional, despite working in an international environment where you should be celebrating diversity, not discriminating against it.
Whatever you have to say doesn't matter to me. All I'm doing is protecting my job and this airline's reputation. I could lose my job if I let suspicious passengers remain in premium seats. I'm just being cautious.
You know, you're absolutely right about one thing. You could lose your job, but for an entirely different reason than you think. I wasn't planning on having to reveal my identity today. I was just trying to get home from a business trip and observe how employees interact with passengers.
What do you mean?
I'm Richard Morrison, CEO of Morrison Airlines. This is my airline. I was traveling undercover to get a first-hand look at our customer service, and your behavior has forced me to reveal myself.
Mr. Morrison, I was having a bad day. This isn't how I normally behave. I'm usually very professional.
Yeah, well, what I witnessed today was unacceptable discrimination against a paying customer. You racially profiled Miss
Johnson, Carla Johnson.
You racially profiled Miss Johnson, questioned her right to be in first class based solely on her appearance, and accused her of credit card fraud without any evidence whatsoever.
Please, Mr. Morrison, I can explain. I really was just trying to protect the airline. Sometimes we do have issues with fraudulent tickets.
Now, in my 15 years running this airline, I have never seen such blatant discrimination from one of our employees. Your behavior is not only morally reprehensible, it's also a legal liability for this company. You're fired, effective immediately. Please, gather your things and leave this aircraft.
You can't fire me. I have rights. I was just doing my job.
Your job is to ensure passenger safety and comfort. not to harass customers based on their race. You violated company policy and federal anti-discrimination laws.
This is ridiculous. I have worked for this airline for 6 years.
And in those 6 years, how many other passengers have you treated this way?
Fine. I never liked working for this airline anyway. Dealing with difficult passengers and impossible management. This company is going downhill anyway.
Goodbye. Miss Johnson, I sincerely apologize what you experienced today. This kind of treatment is absolutely unacceptable and does not represent the values of our airline.
Thank you. Thank you for standing up for me. I honestly didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, you handled yourself with incredible grace and dignity throughout this entire ordeal. You know, I can tell from your phone conversation with your daughter that you're a dedicated professional and mother.
She's my world. Everything I do is for her.
It shows. And you know, speaking of your work, you mentioned you're in marketing?
Yes, I'm a senior marketing executive, specialized in brand strategy and campaign development.
Well, as it happens, we're actually looking to revamp our marketing approach, particularly around diversity and inclusion initiatives. Would you be interested in a consulting opportunity with our marketing department?
Are you serious?
I'm completely serious. Based on how you've conducted yourself today, I think you'd bring exactly the kind of perspective and professionalism we need. The consulting work could potentially lead to a permanent executive position if things work out well.
Mr. Morrison, I don't know what to say. This has turned from the worst flight experience of my life into potentially the best thing that's ever happened to my career.
Well, you deserve it. Talent and character like yours shouldn't be wasted. Listen, this has my direct line. Call me next week and we'll set up a meeting to discuss the details.
Thank you so much. This is incredible.
I should be thanking you. Today, you helped me identify a serious problem in our company culture, and you've shown me the kind of person we should be hiring, not firing.
I can't wait to call my daughter and tell her about this. She's gonna be so excited.
I'll tell her mom is a hero. Not everyone would have handled that with such dignity.
I will. And Mr. Morrison?
Please, call me Richard.
Richard, thank you for proving that there are still people in positions of power who will do the right thing when they see injustice.
Have an excellent flight, Carla, and I look forward to working with you.
This is definitely going to be a flight to remember. Wait till she hears about this.
Hey, baby, guess what? You're not gonna believe this. Mommy got a new job.
Oh, excuse me. Could you please help me? This is kind of heavy.
Ma'am, you need to hurry up. We're about to take off. You should have managed this earlier.
I know, it's really heavy and I can't seem to...
Look, we don't have time for this. You need to get that sorted out. We're on a time schedule here.
Hey, I've got you. I'll get that up there for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't know what I was thinking trying to do that on my own. You're a lifesaver.
Hey, no problem at all. This thing really is a beast, though. What do you got in there, rocks?
Honestly, I probably overpacked. I wasn't sure what to bring, and then well, here we are.
Happens to the best of us. There, all set. That should stay put.
Thank you, really. I was starting to panic there for a second. I didn't want to hold up the flight.
All right, both of you, sit down immediately. This plane needs to take off and you're blocking the aisle. It's for your safety.
Wait, I was just getting some help.
I don't want to hear it. There are rules for a reason. Now sit down.
We're just about done here. Just wanted to help her out. Didn't think it'd be an issue.
Sir, you're still standing. And we need to take off. Sit down now.
Okay. We're sitting. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Just need a little help, that's all.
Yeah, no need to get all worked up. We're sitting down, see? No harm done.
Make sure it doesn't happen again. We're on a tight schedule here.
That was something. Thanks again for helping me out. I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah, anytime, glad I could help. Just wish it didn't have to turn into whatever that was.
Yeah, me too. I guess we just got to keep our heads down the rest of the flight.
Seems like a good plan. Here's hoping the rest of this trip is smoother.
Let's see what we've got here. Oh, this is your suitcase, right? The one that was so heavy.
Yeah, that's mine. Is everything okay with it?
Well, actually, I need to check something. The suitcase seems pretty big and heavy. I'm not sure it should be in the cabin.
Wait, what do you mean? I made sure it was within the weight limit when I checked in. They didn't say anything at the counter.
That's the thing. Sometimes things get missed, and this one, yeah, this one's definitely over the limit. You're going to have to pay an excess fee.
What? But it's already here and we're in the air. How can I be over the limit now? I don't get it.
Doesn't matter when we're in the air. Rules are rules, and the fee is $200. You need to pay for it, or I'll have to report this when we land.
$200? That's ridiculous. I already paid for the checked baggage. This was supposed to be fine for carry-on. How can you just add a fee now?
Listen, you either pay the fee or you'll be banned from flying with us in the future. It's that simple. We have to enforce the rules, and this is a non-negotiable.
Are you serious right now? This doesn't make any sense. I don't have $200 to just throw around like that. I wasn't expecting this at all.
Well, if you don't want to pay the full amount, there might be another way, but it's got to stay between us, if you know what I mean.
Wait, what are you talking about? What other way?
Let's just say if you give me half in cash, we can forget about the rest of the fee. No paperwork, no report, no ban, just a simple transaction between us.
You're asking me to bribe you? This is, I mean, I don't even know what to say to that. Isn't this totally against the rules?
It's just a way to make things easier for both of us. You get to keep your bag without any trouble, and I make sure it doesn't go on your record. Nobody has to know. So win-win.
This feels so wrong, but if I don't pay, I'm banned for life just because of this one bag?
That's right. And let's be honest, $100 is a lot better than $200, don't you think? It's your call.
I can't believe this, but I guess I don't have much of a choice, do I? Fine. Here's the cash.
Smart choice. Just keep it quiet, and we'll be both better off. Trust me.
Yeah, thanks, I guess.
You needed something?
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could get a meal. I'm getting kind of hungry over here.
What kind of meal are you asking for? We've got some snacks available.
I was thinking something a bit more substantial. Maybe one of those hot meals you're serving?
The hot meals? You mean the ones we serve to first-class passengers?
Yeah, those look pretty good. I'd love to have one if it's possible.
You do realize those meals aren't meant for people in economy, right? They're reserved for first class.
I get that, but I thought maybe you could make an exception just this once. I mean, there's got to be some extra meals back there.
Exceptions aren't really how we operate here. Those meals are specifically for the passengers who paid for first class. That's the whole point. They're not for people like you.
People like me? What's that supposed to mean? I'm just trying to get some food.
It means those meals are for first class passengers. You don't exactly fit the description, do you? I mean, just look at what you're wearing.
Whoa, hold on. What I'm wearing? What does that have to do with anything? I just want a meal, not a fashion critique.
I'm just saying, we have standards for certain services on this flight, and those meals are a part of it.
So you're saying I can't have a meal because of my clothes? That's pretty harsh, don't you think? I didn't realize we had a dress code for food.
Look, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. And the rule is, those meals are for first class. End of story.
All right. Well, what if I could make it worth your while? You know, maybe slip you a little something extra?
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. A few bills in your pocket and maybe one of those first class meals makes its way over here. Sound fair?
Are you trying to bribe me?
I wouldn't call it a bribe exactly, more like a tip for excellent service. Everybody wins.
Interesting. And you're serious about this?
Dead serious. I just want a decent meal and I'm willing to pay for it. No need to make this complicated.
All right, fine. But keep this between us. I don't want anyone else getting ideas.
All right, deal. Here you go. I'll take one of those hot meals whenever you're ready.
Consider it done. You'll have it in no time.
I appreciate it. Thanks for being so flexible.
Just doing my job.
I know, I can't believe I hired her. I'm gonna talk to her. Emily Johnson, could you come here for a minute?
Who's asking? And how do you know my name?
I know a lot more than just your name, Emily. I've been observing you this whole flight, and I think it's time we had a little chat.
What are you talking about? Who are you and how do you know anything about me?
Oh, I know plenty. Like the fact that you joined this airline 5 years ago. You started as a junior flight attendant, right? Worked your way up pretty quickly, if I remember correctly.
How do you know that?
I make it my business to know. I also know you've been disciplined a few times for inappropriate behavior. Doesn't really surprise me after what I've seen today.
Who are you really? Are you some kind of inspector or something?
Not quite, but let's just say I have a vested interest in how this airline operates, and from what I've seen today, you've been seriously out of line.
I don't have to explain myself to you. You're just a passenger, and I've got a job to do.
A job you're not doing very well, I might add. But don't worry, we'll be addressing that soon enough.
Look, if you've got a complaint, you can take it up with customer service. I don't have time for this right now.
Oh, I'm not just a passenger. I have a lot more authority than you think.
What are you trying to say? Are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you. I'm simply stating the facts. Here's another fact. You're fired, effective immediately.
Fired? You can't fire me. Who do you think you are?
Actually, I can, and I just did. You see, I'm one of the co-CEOs of this airline. We've been conducting an undercover inspection, and you failed spectacularly.
This has to be some kind of joke. You can't be serious.
Oh, I'm dead serious, and I'm not alone in this. Tyler?
Right here, Rachel. Looks like we've seen enough, don't you think?
Definitely. Tyler and I run this airline, and we've been on this flight to see how things are handled by our crew. Unfortunately, what we've witnessed has been unacceptable.
Wait, you're both the CEOs? You've been sitting here pretending to be passengers just to spy on us?
Not spying, observing. There's a difference. We needed to see how things really are when no one's looking, and thanks to you, we've seen quite a lot.
And none of it is good. Your behavior has been unprofessional, unethical, and downright rude. That's not how we want our staff to treat passengers, ever.
I can explain. It's not what it looks like. I was just trying to...
Save it, Emily. We've seen and heard enough. You took bribes, you mistreated passengers, and you've completely ignored the standards that we set for our airline.
This isn't up for debate. You're done here. We'll make sure the proper authorities are informed, and you won't be working here or at any of our company's airlines after this.
Please. There must be something I can do. I didn't realize, I just didn't think...
It's too late for that. We've made our decision, and it's final. You need to pack up your things and leave.
This is so unfair.
Excuse me. Hi there, I'm Julia. Looks like I'll be your seat neighbor for the next few hours. How are ya?
I'm fine, but I think you need to find another seat.
Is there a problem with my seat? I was really looking forward to the extra comfort of first class.
The problem isn't with the seat, it's with you. People of your size should consider buying 2 seats instead of encroaching on other people's space.
I assure you, I spoke to the airline before booking. They confirmed that first class would accommodate me comfortably. I didn't want to cause any inconvenience.
Well, you are causing an inconvenience. It's about having a bit of consideration for others. Your decision to sit here affects me directly. It's frankly selfish.
I'm truly sorry you feel that way. I just followed the airline's guidance. I believe everyone has a right to be comfortable during their flight. Don't you?
Rights are one thing, but there's also common decency and understanding social norms. First class isn't about just comfort. It's about maintaining a certain standard, a standard you clearly don't meet.
I'm struggling to understand how my presence here is about standards. I paid for my ticket, just like you. The airline has policies in place for inclusivity.
Inclusivity is a construct. It shouldn't infringe on my comfort and expectations for this flight. You might have paid for your ticket, but at the expense of my comfort.
I didn't realize sitting next to me was such a burden. I'm just trying to get to my destination like you. I didn't choose this to make you uncomfortable.
It's not just about me. It's about respecting the shared spaces we occupy. Your choices have consequences. And now, because of your lack of foresight, I'm the one who has to suffer.
I think there's been a misunderstanding. I've always been mindful of my impact on others. The airline reassured me I'd fit here without issue, which clearly I do.
Reassurances doesn't change the physical reality of our shared space. You should have been more considerate.
I'm a very considerate person, I assure you.
Sure doesn't seem like it. Excuse me, can you help us here? I think there's been some kind of mistake with our seating arrangement.
Oh, yes. How can I assist?
I believe my seatmate would be more comfortable elsewhere. This situation isn't ideal for either of us.
May I see your ticket, please? Well, everything seems to be in order here. Unfortunately, you're in the correct seat.
Unfortunately?
However, should there be any disturbances, please let me know immediately, and we'll see about reseating you. Good evening. What can I get for you today?
I'll have that egg fried rice, please. And could you add like an extra serving of chicken on that? Oh, and a glass of your finest white wine.
Of course. Coming right up. Anything else to make your flight more comfortable?
Actually, yes. Could you ensure that the aisle remains clear? I just might want to stretch my legs.
Absolutely. We'll take care of that. Your comfort is our priority.
Excuse me. Could I see the menu? I haven't had a chance to choose my meal yet.
You want the menu?
Yes, please. I'm quite hungry.
Right. Here, though I'd recommend considering some of our lighter options, we have a lovely salad that might be a bit more suitable.
Thank you, but I'd actually prefer something more substantial. Could I have the same as her? The egg fried rice with an extra serving of chicken sounds lovely.
Are you sure that's smart? Perhaps you haven't considered the benefits of a lighter meal, especially after sitting for so long. It might be more comfortable for you and others.
Yes, maybe you should, take the flight attendant's advice. It's not just about what you want, it's what's best for everyone.
I believe I can decide for myself what I'd like to eat. My comfort and my choices are my own concern. Thank you for your suggestion, but I'll stick with the rice.
If that's what you want. But don't come complaining to us if you find the seat a bit snugger after the meal.
That was really uncalled for.
Not my concern. Your clear disregard for others, quite frankly, is appalling.
Well, I suppose some people just don't know when to take good advice. It always seems fascinating to me to see the choices people make, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, your meals will be out shortly. Remember, we're here to make your flight as pleasant as possible for those who deserve it.
Excuse me, sir. Could you please come here for a moment? There's someone on the phone for you.
Yes, how can I assist you further? Another complaint, perhaps?
Not a complaint. I think it's best you hear this directly. Please, take the phone.
Yes, hello? Who am I speaking to?
This is John Goldstein, CEO of the airline. And before you doubt, let me confirm. Your employee identification number is 45732B. We need to discuss your conduct on this flight.
Oh, Mr. Goldstein, sir, I assure you, whatever you've been told, I was just performing my duties.
Performing your duties involves discriminating against a passenger, does it? Your behavior not only violated our company's values, but also basic human decency.
Please, sir, I didn't mean any harm. I thought I was just... I can do better. I will do better.
Too little, too late. You clearly don't have the dignity and respect it takes to be an employee of my airlines.
Please, sir, I'm sorry, okay? Don't let this mistake cost me my job. I need this.
It's too late for apologies. Your actions have consequences. I expect our staff to treat everyone with respect, something you clearly failed to do.
I need this job, Mr. Goldstein. I'll do anything. I'll go through any training you want. Please.
Your dismissal stands. This is a lesson in responsibility and accountability. Goodbye, Jack. Now hand the phone back to my daughter.
I hope you've learned your lesson on how you treat others.
Oh, save it. You did this to me.
You did this to yourself. And you. I spoke with my father, the CEO of this airline. Congratulations. You're now banned from flying with us ever again.
What? CEO banned? You can't do this.
I can. And I have. I hope you didn't book your return flight with this airline, because consider that ticket gone.
You're banning me because of your poor lifestyle choices? This is absurd.
This isn't about being banned from an airline. It's about recognizing the deep-seated prejudices that you and sadly many others harbor.
I have my opinions and I'm entitled to them.
Your opinions contribute to a culture of intolerance and discrimination. What's wrong with society is not people's sizes, colors, or choices, but the lack of love, kindness, and respect we show each other.
Look, everyone says things they don't mean sometimes. I'm no different.
But it's in those moments, what we say and do, that define us. It's easy to judge and harder to understand.
Look, maybe I was a bit harsh. I didn't think.
Thinking before we speak, considering the impact of our words and actions, that's where change begins. It's never too late to choose kindness over prejudice. Now leave.